Dear students, now let me discuss about some concepts of force. So what do you actually mean by force? About force, here you can write down that it is a push or pull which can change the state of motion, which can change the state of motion of the body, or you can say any particle. Here the term change of state of motion is very important, because a force is act on a body or a particle is said to be only in that time when the state of motion of the body will change, and this state of motion is characterized by velocity vector v. If v change, then state of motion will be changed and the force is said to be act on the body, and this velocity vector v is constitute with two quantity. Actually, this velocity vector is means magnitude and direction also, because velocity is vector quantity, and as in any vector quantity it has a magnitude as well as directions. So being a vector quantity, velocity vector also have magnitude and direction. So if we talk about the change of velocity vector, then it can either in magnitude or in directions. If any one of these change, then the v change, then state of motion will be changed, and in that case the force will act on the body, it can be said. So force means actually the change of state of motion of the body, which is characterized by this velocity vector. Now let us take an example like this. Say this is a body of mass m. Now let us consider that this mass is moving with constant velocity v. Now after some time, if we do something over this body or in this body, then let assume that its velocity will increases to 2v. So here we can see that the magnitude of the velocity is increased from v to 2v, but the direction of this of motion of this body will remain unchanged. But as v changes, that is its magnitude changes, then a force is said to be act on it. And here we can say the force is act in forward direction, because the change in velocity is in the forward direction. Similarly, if we take a body of mass small m moving with velocity say 4v, and after some time if we discover that the velocity is v, then here we can easily find out that the velocity is decreasing. So the force is act in the opposite directions of in the direction in which the body is moving. So the force is in opposite direction of the motion of the body. But here we can also see that the velocity, magnitude of the velocity is changed, not the direction. Here also the magnitude of velocity is changed. Here the velocity is increases, here the magnitude of velocity is decreases, but the direction is remain unchanged. Now let us consider another case when not the velocity is changed like this, and after some time the motion of the body is like this. Here we can see that the magnitude of the velocity is not changed, but the direction of the velocity is changed by 90 degrees. So here, being a vector quantity, the net velocity will be changed because the direction is changed, and here the net velocity will be, this is v and this is also v. So the velocity will be changed the net velocity will be in this direction. This will be the net velocity. Here we can see that here in this case the velocity is in this direction is v, and in direction that is in this direction is v. If we talk about this is v1 and this is v2, because the direction are different, so the two vectors must be different. And here if we also note it is v1 and it is v2, then this also will be v1, and this is the resultant velocity we can say. So here also a force is act on this body. So a force is said to be act on a body if the velocity vector changes either in magnitude or in direction. Thank you.